Military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Rosas good with the extra point. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Mahomes. His throw incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl. And there he goes, right side. The 30, 10, and touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the AFC able to get a bit closer. Well, we saw that tandem hook up quite a few times during the regular season, didn't we?
We certainly did, and it continues now in the Pro Bowl. You have to know that even if they didn't consciously plan it, you do try and find guys you're familiar with in a game like this.
Now Myers for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Breeze now on 1st down. It's over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
For the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? 95-56.
Now a play fake. Breeze. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered cover. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Geno Atkins got home that time.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On 1st down, Connor. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He was brought down by the Bears' safety, Eddie Jackson.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes, might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. The Titans' Jarrell Casey on the tackle. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Ready, 95-56, 95-56.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The numbers for the NFC on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move.
Face mask. Defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Elliott, a strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. To throw is Breeze. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well.
And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Rosas now to add the PAT. PAT up and good by Rosas. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
Ooh, I win, like always. Finish game.
Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy classic Madden with Madden Ultimate Team, franchise, or a quick pickup game in exhibition.
Okay, that'll be the end of the video, guys. See you guys, and peace out.